Live on Facebook. Hello, Alice. How are you?
Good, I'm good. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me for this interview and this live.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm excited for it. So,
Yeah.
Alice, do you want to tell everyone who you are and what you do?
Oh my God, yeah, I would love that. So, hello. I don't know who you are yet, and you don't know who I am. I am Alice, Alice Dartnell, and I call myself a time and energy management coach, but I do time management very, very different. And my mission is a little bit spicy, I suppose, but I call it unfuck your flow and take action. Like so many of us as business women, like we hold ourselves back through procrastination, overwhelm, shiny object syndrome, where we're trying to do too much, million ideas in our head. Perhaps we're not doing the ones that we need to be doing. And I get it. I get it. The struggle is real. So that is what I'm really passionate about, helping people with their time and their energy management, but not in the traditional sense. It is about like, yeah, let's not fuck your flow and take action, babe. So that is what I'm all about. So I'm a coach, speaker, author, podcaster, all that good jazz. And I run a beautiful community called Business by Design, where we do exactly that. Take action. And I also have crazily decided to do events. So I also am the host of the Big Business Breakthrough event, and I am also going to be doing an ADHD event in November as well. So, dear God, help me with that one because that was going to be chaos on fire. ADHD event run by ADHDers for ADHDers. So, yeah, all in all, just a lot of crazy shit going on.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, to be fair, we're both very similar in who we are, what we do, how we function.
Yeah.
I think we were talking the other day, wouldn't it? I can be really fucking intelligent. I could be the most intelligent person at times, but I tell you what, there are times when I just don't even have the basic common sense to do a normal day-to-day human activity.
I can't plug it in, as my friends like to say. So I'm like somehow pulling off like this massive event. But then yesterday, no joke, 10 p.m. at night, I was like, I'm really tired and I want to go to bed, but I can't because didn't turn the fucking oven on properly. So the chicken wasn't done. And I was like, oh, right, okay, well, I've got to stay up now because it's otherwise I'm going to get food poisoning because I was making some meals for my friend and me today. So yeah, just basics like that. Can't work an oven, but have pulled together an event of 50 people and 10 speakers.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. I hear you. It's like last year, I was like, well, recently actually, I forgot to put air in my motorbike tires, but yet I can go
Yeah,
and pull together an awards ceremony and people
yeah.
and change lives and activate people and take them from zero sales to lots of money in the bank account. And I'm like, yeah, but don't ask me to do the basic shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
It's
it's just
hard.
we just need another brain with us sometimes. That's it. Someone to go, oh, did you remember that? My kids, I really feel for my kids, right? Because they're like, Mum, did you remember? No, thank you for the reminder. Thank you. How many
Right.
conversations do we have to have in a day? How many times I've reminded you, Mum? I'm sorry. My mum's a classic for perimenopause. But we're not going to go there. We're going to not going to go down this rabbit hole, Alice. We're not going to do it. Okay. So, Alice, you've got the big business breakthrough coming in. You work in a really magical way with lots of people, and you help people move through their businesses by unfucking their flow, which I
Yeah.
absolutely love, right? So, you've decided to join us this year for the Business Ascension Symposium and Awards. We are taking the event with a storm, really. The
Yeah.
magic that's going to be created in this room is beyond what I ever could have imagined that I'd be creating. And I'm just, the more I feel into this energy, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. But what was it that inspired you to go, do you know what? I want to be a part of this event.
Oh, there was lots of reasons, I think. First of all, because I remember it was ages ago now. Just so much happens in such a short amount of time. But I remember that conversation with you and just feeling very aligned with like our missions and who we want to help and how we want to help people. We don't want to play small. We don't want women playing small. And just I love that. I love that about you. And so when we were having that conversation, and I was like, yeah, I want to be part of this. Like, I want to be part of the Ascension Awards. I want to be part of your event. So, your energy as well, the people that you're bringing into the room. And also a celebration of women as well, because let's be honest, we don't fucking do that enough. So anything that's going to give us a bit of a whoop whoop and make us feel good, I'm like, I'm all over that. So yeah, just bringing fab women in a room together, like to just
Not just women.
inspire and lift each other up. So yeah, just people. Do you know what I mean? I feel and there's so much like negativity in the world, isn't there? But people were like tearing each other down or trolling or whatever on Instagram, and I just think, no, no, no. Let's come together and build each other up, learn from one another, be inspired, lift each other up. And I know your event is going to do that, so I want to be part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, last year's feedback from the event was amazing, life-changing, inspirational. We've not seen things taught this way before. We've not been to a conference where this is what happens before. And this year the speakers are just bringing even more freaking magic, and I'm like, wow. Like being in the room is just going to be the most amazing thing ever. So I'm really honored to have you on that on this journey with us for our second year, because something a lot of people don't actually connect is time energy management. They just don't put the two and two together. Um, I mean, I don't think it matters what gender we are. I think there's a part of us when we're in business, we need to learn more time management skills. We need to learn
Yeah,
more energetic
yeah,
calibration rather than sitting there for 4 hours a day just scrolling your phone. Let's actually
yeah,
get shit done and then go out and enjoy your life.
yeah.
Um, I remember the days when I used to spend 16 hours a day at a laptop doing things. And now I'm like, sod that. I'm done by 3. I'm out on my motorbike or I'm doing something. I'm just living my life in a way that I once upon a time couldn't have imagined doing. So coming along on the 9th of July, we've got 3 parts of the event. We've got the symposium, which is the conference. Everyone's going to come together. We're going to be activating from the stage. The energy is going to be shifting from start to finish. Then we've got the award ceremony in the evening, and then we've got the VIP day. Out of all of that, what are you most looking forward to?
Really hard question, actually, because I think all of it is so brilliant, and also quite different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people going to the conference, hopefully, the symposium, they are going to get a shit ton of value, content, learnings, aha moments popping. I want people like writing in their notebooks and go, yeah, I'm going to use that, which is very different energy, I think, from like an award and celebration.
Mhm.
Um, and but I think they're all brilliant. I think what you've put together, like those 3 elements, they're so different but so needed. So it's a really hard question. What am I most looking forward to? I think if I had to pick one, I am going to say the awards.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was going to come to that question next, actually, to be
Yeah.
honest, because I know that you were nominated.
Mm.
Did you go through to the finals?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're through to the finals as well. So how did that feel receiving that award, that nomination, that email? God, get my words out.
No, oh my God. I just remembered just seeing a little pop up on the phone and being like, oh, God, what's it? I've been nominated. Like, what's that? It's like one of those moments, isn't it? Where you're just a bit like, and then you text a load of people like, excited. And then there was obviously, then you got to apply. And I think I found that actually quite difficult because I think, like a lot of people, it's quite hard to big yourself up and realize what you've done. And I make no secret of this, Vicky. Like, I really struggle with seeing myself as successful. I don't know if that's like childhood trauma or ADHD or whatever it is, but I really, struggle with seeing myself as successful. So then to have somebody else nominate you and then you go, oh, I've got to like apply now and big myself up. It's quite a thing, It's quite like and then obviously to get the email to be like finalist, you're like, what? So yeah, it's even then it's just been a lovely experience, a lovely journey, and a kind of like a moment to, I guess, a moment to pause because we're so busy and we're so what's next, what's next, what's next. I think actually it's nice to have a little pause, isn't it? To be like, I go, like, that's good. Even if you don't win, although let's be honest, I do want to win. Like, so tell you I've got a bribe.
So what made you think that these awards were different?
Because I've seen a lot of business awards, but I've not seen one in this like category of like spiritual entrepreneurs. And people might go, yeah, but Alice, you're not a spiritual entrepreneur because you're not crystal healing or tarot or whatever. But because, like you say, I teach time management very different. I teach it through energy. So yes, we do the practical stuff, but I always say, like I'm women do, like I you can have the best strategy, color coordinated, this is like my timetable. But if your energy is off, it's going to come, the outcomes are going to be really, really different. So I do believe adding in whatever spiritual element works for you. Like I'm a big fan of all sorts of things like tarot and crystal and EFT and whatever's going to help you. So that for me is a big part of my time management. So to be kind of a part of this, because this, yeah, I think number one, that's lovely, but I think that's what makes these awards just a bit different. It isn't just business in the classic business sense of like, marketing or whatever. So yeah, it's different. I like it.
And thank you so much for sharing that. It's yeah, that's really one of the reasons why I created it, because spiritual entrepreneurs traditionally aren't recognized in the normal business realms, yet I'm watching spiritual entrepreneurs generate 7 and 8 figures, and I'm watching them go and changing lives and creating impact and literally having all these ripple effects in the world with health, wealth, well-being, in all these different areas. And I thought, well, why are we not shining the light on these people? Why has it all got to be traditional business sense? So I'm really
Yeah.
happy and excited that we are bringing this to the UK for the
Yeah.
second
And
year.
I think what you just said is really important there as well, Vicky, because like I think this is my own personal opinion, but I think sometimes spiritual businesses get a bit of a bad reputation in the sense that like they've got to be the struggling artist and that they can't make money and be spiritual, or they can't be successful with a big business and help people. And it's like, no, actually you can. So I think even acknowledging that and celebrating that, being like, for example, one of your awards categories is about marketing. Another one is about heart-led service providers. It's like you can do that. You can be spiritual, help a shit ton of people, and make money in the process, and have a great business that's going to thrive the rest of your life and leave a legacy. Like it doesn't have to be separate. It doesn't have to be like I'm here with me crystals in the forest, so I'm not going to like make any money. Like it doesn't have to be like that.
Well, if it did work like that, there'd be a lot of hungry people on the planet, wouldn't there? So this is, this, and I think it obviously there is a lot more to it. There is a lot more to that generational programming. There is a lot more to the society acceptance. There is a lot more to past life experiences, the past life traumas that are carried into this lifetime. There is witch wounds. There is medicine man wounds. There's all of that stuff that comes into this lifetime. But we're not living there anymore. We live in a time now where it is safe for us to be seen. It is
Yeah.
safe for us to be heard, and actually, it is safer now, especially with the next generation. And this was something that kind of got me to do what I'm doing. All three of my children are very awake.
Mm.
They are very tapped in. They've got good intuition. They've got good insight. My middle daughter is extremely psychically aware. She will literally tap in and tell me what's on the news 3 days before it's coming. There's all this stuff. I
Yeah.
want them to live in a world where they're accepted
Yeah.
too. I want them to feel like they don't have to hide that part of themselves. They
Mm.
can be in it. And it's not a case of like rocking up with your gypsy tarot cart, going out, I'm going to do a tarot reading. We're just normal people
Yeah.
accessing the inner wisdom that we have available to us. So I think
Yeah.
it's really important that we get this bridge gapped ASAP. And one of the best ways to do
Mm.
it is with this event. So,
Yeah.
Alice, what would you say to those that are thinking, I want to go, but I'm not sure, is it for me? Am I going to like change my entire life just by walking through the door and now I'm going to face all that fear? Like, what would you say to someone who's maybe hesitant?
What you got to lose? Like seriously, what have you got to lose? I think we just get stuck in overthinking, don't we? And just like, let's be honest, the time management coach in me is like, you're just making excuses. Like, what excuses are you making? Because everything in life comes with a little element of hard. Like, yes, you've got to arrange childcare, or like, you know, I don't have a car, and I'm currently staying with my nan in Kent. Kent to Leeds is quite a trek, on public transport and, all these excuses that we could make, right? I just think, just what have you got to lose? And are you making a little excuse for not to go because it's really fear? Like you're making that excuse to be like, oh, I can't because dot dot dot. But actually, it's just,
That's
limited belief of
resistance.
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Complete resistance. The second you go
Yeah.
into storytelling is the second you're in resistance, and what you resist will persist. So get your ass in the room. Thank you so much for joining us, Alice. I can't wait to see you on the 8th in London, and more importantly, see you on the
Yes.
9th of July for this year's Business Symposium and Awards event. It is going to be absolutely magic. Thank you so much for joining me, Alice.
Thank you.